Hey Chavez, welcome back to another episode of Canadian Star Wars Outpost. If you're new to the channel, my name is Greg, and I would really appreciate a like and subscribe to let YouTube know I'm making okay videos. As you can see behind me, I have a new box to unbox, but before we get to that, I hope everyone had a pretty good holidays and you had some time off. I did want to show you this cool gift that I got really quickly. So if you guys are looking for some wall art, my parents got this off Amazon for a pretty good price, so I'll share that with you right now. It's just hanging above me here. So this is my new wall art. It's pretty awesome. It's a 5-piece canvas and it's pretty easy to get up. It's just plywood. Like the frames are just plywood, sorry. So if you guys are looking for a pretty cool gift, this is definitely a direction to go. But anyways, back to our scheduled programming. So yeah, if you guys are looking for some wall art, that's available on Amazon, actually at a pretty affordable price. But anyways, that's not why we're here today. So as you can see behind me, I have a new box for us to open. So I'm adding a new piece to my collection. So as you can see, I've got the Obi-Wan here that I've made a video in the past about. So I was looking at Gentle Giant, but I decided, talking to the community, that I was gonna bite the bullet and try Hot Toys for once. So I got a 6-scale Anakin Skywalker from the Clone Wars from the new Ahsoka show, which is the live action version of Anakin from the Clone Wars. So I've got that behind me. So let's open it up and see what we got. All right, everyone, welcome back. So this is, I've already opened the top lid and took a peek at it, but this is what Hot Toys kind of ships to you. So a lot of collectors, from what I can see from selling these online and on eBay, like to keep these shipping boxes because it has the figure and the figure name on it. But it's from Hot Toys. I don't know much about Hot Toys, to be honest, so this is just new to me too. So let's kind of dive in. So I've opened up the top already. We're gonna take this guy out. All right, here it is. This is the Anakin Skywalker Clone Wars live action version of Hayden Christensen anyways, and looking at the box, it seems pretty accurate, but yes, comes in a nice plastic cover to make sure the box doesn't get damaged, especially for really good collectors. They obviously don't want anything to get damaged, which is always nice to see, so there is a piece of tape here, so let's dive in. Here is the box for a Hot Toys collector's version of Anakin Skywalker from the Clone Wars. So on the front, we have obviously a picture of Anakin and what you're buying. So there's 2 poses. It's got him here, and then a description here of what you purchased and the model number, which for this guy would be TMS 019. This is a 6-scale collectible figure from Hot Toys. And then obviously if you turn it, you have just another pose of him there. And on the back, I just think it's more finer details of the company or just the product numbers and all that fancy descriptive stuff. And there's actually nothing on this side, which is kind of interesting. So I'm gonna lay this guy down. I'll bring you guys to my level and we'll see what we got here. So when we first open the box, we have a nice picture of the figure and Anakin in the Clone Wars. From here, this kind of just lifts up and comes out. So this is what you get when you open the box and take all the boxes away. So this is how it's stored. So we have a couple levels here. So we have the poncho, we have some extra hands, some armor pieces, some thermal detonators, and some holograms of Yoda, Ahsoka, and Obi-Wan with the hologram piece that Anakin would hold. And then from here, it just kind of splits off. So these come up, and then this plastic part lifts up to reveal the lightsaber and Anakin himself. So we'll go through that really quickly. This whole section lifts off, which gives you these kind of pieces. So your holograms are here. So you have Obi-Wan, Ahsoka, and Yoda, your thermal detonators, your hologram piece, some hands and armor with the poncho here. So once you take those pieces off, guys, you're basically just looking at the figure. So I'll take one piece at a time for you guys to just kind of get a quick look. The extra armor does have the cape on the end and it's tucked underneath, so I'll leave that piece for last. But we have a extra arm with Anakin's saber. We have Anakin's lightsaber. And then we have an extra blade for movement. So that's kind of this guy here. It's just kind of for a movement pose. And here is Anakin himself. Anakin himself. So, take all the plastic off for you guys and kind of just get an overview of the figure itself. All right, everyone. So this is the pose I decided to go with. I did go through the instructions, which I highly recommend, especially if this is your first time playing with a hot toy or figuring out a hot toy, that it helps. So some things I learned. So I actually ended up installing the LED light, as you can see. So it's on, so it's illuminated. But this is the pose I went with. After playing around with it for a while, so I do have his robe on. Sorry. So I'll kind of pose that later. The poncho looks okay, but after playing around with it, getting the holograms to stay in his hands was quite the challenge. So, but here is all the extras that come with it. So you have your extra hands, your kind of extra shoulder pieces, which I did swap out for this one because they look more worn and just seem to fit the robe piece better compared to this one right here. So these ones kind of fit with this one better. But I decided to swap them out to go with the cape one because it seemed to sit better. And then there's your holograms here. And then this is like a half detonator. I don't really know what it's for. And if anyone has a lot of knowledge on hot toys, please fill me in the comments because I'm brand new to this. I assumed that there would be some kind of magnet or something to hold stuff in the hands better, but it doesn't seem like there is. So if anyone wants to give me some comments on how to pose things properly, but after kind of playing around with it, this is what I decided to go with. The cool thing is too, if you really wanted to, there is extra plugs in the side for the belt clip here, so you can actually get the lightsaber to hold onto his belt instead of in his arms. But I do like the illuminated LED look. I'm going to keep it like this for now. It is a little bit of a pain to get the arm out, so it did take me a little bit. And really, it's kind of, you know, when something's new, you don't want to pull on something too hard, but it does need a good amount of force to get it out. And then there is just a switch on his arm, which turns the light on and off. But yeah, that's it, guys. For overall quality, man, I understand why people collect hot toys. They are fantastic. You can shape this any way you want to, so he poses in any way. You know, if you pay the extra money, you get a bunch of extras for him to, you know, have a cape or a poncho or an LED light on a lightsaber, which I think is just a fun added part, especially if you're showing off a room to someone. Won't be on all the time, but it's definitely a very cool point. So I ended up just for pricing, as I know I always mention pricing on this, guys. I did get this straight from the Sideshow website. I did have a little bit of a promo because it was my first sign up. So I did get a little bit off, but I did pay full price for this as it was my first one. So that is my review of the Anakin Skywalker Clone Wars Hot Toys. I'd love to hear your feedback in the bottom, and have a good one, guys.